Good morning, mate. How you doing? How are you doing though? I don't want to say how you doing like you're all right. I mean, how you doing? I think people are enjoying the opener to this, and I want to try and keep it sincere and not have it become a catchphrase that you say and don't think about. So, how are you doing? How are you doing? I think too many of us get into the, are you all right? Should we go see the chickens? Get into the, are you all right? Kind of vibe, yeah. These are chickens. Get a little bit closer. I think we get into the, are you all right? And are you all right isn't me asking, are you all right? When I see random people in the street, it's just almost like a polite, knee-jerk societal norm, isn't it? You're not actually asking, are you okay? Something I've started doing the last year or so, and I've only started doing it with my veteran mates and maybe a couple of my very closest mates. Yeah. Chickens, man. I'd have some bad cheesy names if I had chickens. They're not my chickens. One day, I'll have chickens. Like Jalfrezi and Tika and that. Anyway, I've started doing it with my veteran mates in the last year or so, where one of them get in touch and I'll reply and say, you all right, yeah? They're like, how are you? Yeah, I'm all right. And I go, yeah, but just pause for a second, mate. How are you really? And actually, you get a different answer. So I think it's worth doing. I think it's worth reaching out. I think it's worth saying, are you sure? I don't want these sort of morning videos to come across as preachy or that I've got the answers, because I haven't. Just some random knobhead that's trying to figure it out at the same time as you guys are figuring it out. And I think I'll just go back to what I think helped me about a year ago and really changed my mindset on stuff, and it was some of those little positive phrases that GBRS, that's why I support them. Yes, they make cool content, and a mate of mine works there and blah, blah, blah. But what drew me to them was they made cool merch. They made cool t-shirts and hats and bottles, like those Nalgene bottles that I've got. They've all got really cool phrases on them. Hard to kill, 1% better every day, be a pro. And I really took those sort of messages to heart. I had Be a Pro as my screensaver on my phone for a long time. I had Be a Pro on the back of my sticker. And there's a video DJ Shipley does, which sort of explains what being a pro is. Is this action now that I'm doing helping or hindering my group? Can I drink drive and see it enhance my group? No. Then why am I doing it? And it takes a minute to filter your entire existence through. Is this getting me closer or further away from where I want to be? It takes a minute for that. It takes a minute to remember to do that. But for me, those positive messages, hearing those positive messages, it really helped me. So I want to say them for you guys to see if it helps you guys. But do you know what I'm also doing? And Muhammad Ali said this, and I think he's hell of a charismatic guy, hell of a talker. Muhammad Ali said, when he used to scream, "I'm the greatest," some people thought he came off as arrogant. All he was doing was trying to gas himself up. It was like self-affirming. That's all he was trying to do. So, when I'm saying the things I'm saying to you guys in the morning, trying to stack the wins, in some ways I'm not saying it to you guys, I'm saying it to me. I'm trying to do it myself because I am fucking up every day still. There's shit that I don't get done. Do you know what I had for tea last night? 2 bowls of cereal. It's a big dog, isn't it? Look at it. Why so angry, mate? Just that ornery old dog. I had 2 bowls of cereal and a ham and cheese toastie. That wasn't on the plan. But that's what happens when tiredness sometimes takes over. So I feel like I ended last night on an L. But you can't win every day. Not all day, every day. So that's why you get up again and you start stacking the wins again. You get up early. You get your movement in. You get your sunlight in your eyes. There's a mental checklist of all the things I have to go and get done. So I'm going to get them done. And do you know what? I'm not even going to title this video anything about Manchester United or football. I'm going to call this video, "Good morning, mate. How are you?" Because the people who want to know are going to click it. And those who don't, won't. And it'll land with the people it needs to land with. And I saw someone in the comments yesterday saying, "Good morning, mate, it's getting old." Guess what? It ain't going away. Because for every one person that says, "Hey, do you know this is old?" there must be several hundred that are saying, "I really enjoy these morning conversations. It's like going on a walk with a mate." I don't know if it's the out of the studio environment. I don't know if it's the fact that it is completely off the cuff. I don't have a note. Some mornings I might have the news on my phone and I've glanced at it and maybe there's a couple of quotes that I'd like to try and pick up on it. But they end up going off-road into the forest every time. And I don't know if that's the creativity that you get from being outdoors. I don't know if that's the calming nature you get by seeing green everywhere. And does that change come January when I'm slipping up this road and there's not a leaf on a tree? And you know what? I actually love the seasons, man, because the seasons teach you about life. That some days it's lush and green, right? And then it all dies. And then it gets hard and bleak. And then after that, new life starts. And it's obviously metaphorical for everything that fucking goes on in life. For every bit of hardship that you're having. That there's a new season around the fucking corner. And that's why I love the outdoors, in how brutal and bleak they can be at times. Like, look at this fucking hill over here. So there's I probably can't even see it, there's a hunting lodge over there, right? And I do this walk quite a lot. And one day I was like, I'm going to see what that fucking building is. So I just walked there. I ended up doing like a 26-mile walk. That's not 26 miles away. But that, from there, led on to the Pennine Way. And then once you're on the Pennine Way, you've got so many different options of where to go. You can go check Kinder out. Or you can go and look at the overexposed crash site. So I did that. I mean, I know it's Friday today. And that's what I do on a lot of my Wednesdays. Try and get some right mileage in. And it starts with that sometimes. What's that? Gonna go have a look. I couldn't even find it on the map. So I almost went and mapped it myself. The building, that is, at least, anyway. And it's not really tracked out there either. Anyway, what am I on about here today? I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I just thought I'd come and say, how are you? And I just wanted to put it out there that I ain't some fucking mental health guru. I'm not, clearly. I've had wobbles. So if I'm talking about shit like that, it's only from the perspective of I had a wobble and here's how I felt with it. Because I ain't got any other perspective to give you. I haven't got any training. Just, you know, some div trying to figure it out. But the only thing I can say is that those messages, they help me. And it seems like they're resonating a bit with some of you guys too. So, like I said yesterday, we seem to have turned, at least in this sort of series of videos, YouTube, which is like notorious for being a cesspit, innit? Second only to Twitter is YouTube comments, in terms of the notoriety they've got about being just awful. We've managed to turn it into quite a nice place to be, actually. But that's only you guys that have done that. I put videos out regardless. What comes back in the comments is on you lot. So, cheers. It makes me want to get in there and read the comments. I struggled replying yesterday. I had the busiest day. Basically, I was busy till 9 p.m. at night last night, which was a long ass day after getting up at 5:30. Which is why I ended up having cereal. I was looking at my chicken and rice and I went, oh, fuck off. I can't be arsed. So I had cereal and a ham and cheese toastie. That was quicker. Certainly quicker on the clean-up. I think that was what I couldn't be arsed with, to be honest. How bright's that sun? And I was doing research for today's podcast guest. On Tuesday, we had none booked in for this week. By Tuesday night, I had 2 booked in this week. And there's hours and hours and hours of research to try and get to know the guests. Yesterday's with a woman called Gina, who's cool. And today's with a guy that I used to play rugby with. Absolute monster of a Fijian geezer. That's, if you've seen Taboo with Tom Hardy, he's in it. He's the big Fijian guy with all the drawing on his face. And there's a lad that I used to play rugby with called Danny. But he's got a cool story, man. So he's in at 11. But yeah, man, that was what was on my head today. I just wanted to talk to you about that a little bit. Do I turn these into audio? I don't know, you know. Guess we could. It's not hard to, I guess. Can you see that lodge? Where is it? Actually can't quite, about there. There. Can't see on this tiny little screen. I used to keep walking past it and go, wonder what that is. I'm gonna have a walk to it. But yeah, man, Friday, nearly there. Paddock got a big game tomorrow. Can't lose 2 on the bounce. Got to get right back in the saddle. Who are we playing? Playing a team with a perfect record. Oh, sound. That'll be easy then. Yeah, nice one. No early team news. Not going to give you any early team news. Have I got anyone returning from injury? Sort of, yeah. Not everybody, but sort of. Ronnie's going to be out. Ronnie's trying to get fit. We've got a game Tuesday night. If you're in the area. Tuesday night we're playing Knutsford at Hyde. 8 o'clock kickoff or 7:45 kickoff. One of those. You want to get down? Come see the boys. Ronnie's going to be having a bit of an early fitness test to see if he can get fit for that. We will be live later on. I don't know what time. I've not been able to put a time in against it yet because it depends how the podcast with Danny goes. If it overshoots, then the planned time of 1 o'clock isn't going to happen. So expect it around 2ish, I would say. But anyway, nice chatting to you. All of you lot that came in this morning clearly just wanted to come and say good morning. So, good morning. And how are you? And how are you really? And maybe I need to fix up and start texting my civilian mates. People that I don't see enough. I can always be better at that. And if you are one of my mates that's texted me in the last day or two, I will get back to you. About fucking 80 WhatsApps that I've not opened. Yesterday was mental, honestly. Yesterday was one of the busiest days I've had in a long time. So many people I need to reply to. But yeah, that's that, and it's Friday. The sun's out. It's a little bit chilly if I'm being honest, but sun's out. Everything's all right, innit? We woke up this morning, so there's a win. Every single one of you who's watching this video is alive, so there's one win. Even if everything's going to shit. Get up, make your bed, 2 wins. Do your teeth, 3 wins. You know what I mean? This is how you stack them. And especially if you write them down on pen and paper, get to cross them off. There's something real in that analog feeling of fucking scoring a line through a job. I'm apt off my nut, but the only time I use the digital notes app and do the little button next to something to chalk it off is when I'm going shopping around Tesco. It's the only time I do that. Otherwise, it's got to be pen and paper, man. It's got to be pen and paper, and we've got to actually put a line through it. Then you get that good old dopamine for a task completed. But yeah, start the day off on the right foot. Take it easy. Tomorrow is Saturday. What are we doing tomorrow? 10k in the morning. See how it goes. I might try and find a different spot to do it in. Let me know in the comments. See you later. Have a good day.